Hello to all my friends and family, and welcome to this episode of Jim's 5am Club. What I'd love to do today is have a chat to you about a book, and the book is entitled Becoming the One, published on the 14th of June 2022 by an author named Sheleana. Sheleana Aiyana. If you've ever felt like you're stuck in the same patterns of love and connection, this book here, Becoming the One, might just be the key you've been looking for. This book feels like a personal invitation to step into a deeper, more conscious version of yourself. It's more than just reading a book. It feels like a healing session. Let's step through this book, chapter by chapter, lesson by lesson, and see what we can glean, what we can learn, and what we can incorporate into our inventory of skills, knowledge, and wisdom. The first key message to come from this author is that the power of coming home to yourself is indeed very special. One of the first lessons Sheleana drives home is the importance of reconnecting with your true self, your most authentic version of yourself. It's easy to lose yourself in relationships, always chasing for approval, always chasing for love or validation from others. But this author here, Sheleana, makes it very clear. True healing comes and begins when you start coming home to yourself. Becoming One is a book that can be considered to be a wake-up call, because it invites us to understand and to learn that true peace doesn't really come from seeking external validation. It comes from knowing and accepting oneself first. So if you're ready to heal, the message is loud and clear. The best place to start is by boldly reclaiming your inner space. The next key message is that you need to heal your past in order to heal your future. Sheleana doesn't just gloss over one's past. She encourages the readers to face it, to embrace it, and to heal it productively. This comes across as a bit of a gut punch moment when she shares how our unresolved wounds influence our present relationships. This is really powerful. And the way she explains how childhood experiences also shape our adult patterns makes one reflect on one's own past in the way that you may never have had the opportunity to do before. Her message is simple yet profound. You can't move forward in love or in life without addressing the emotional baggage that you've accumulated and have been carrying throughout your life. As you read, you feel a deep sense of permission to finally acknowledge one's past without fear or shame. Healing the past doesn't mean forgetting it. It means understanding it, learning from it, and allowing yourself to grow and to evolve. The next message to come from this reader is that patterns are not just circumstances, they are choices that one makes. There are moments within this book where Sheleana breaks down how we keep repeating the same unhealthy relationship patterns, whether it's choosing the wrong partners or falling into the same old traps. She explains that patterns aren't just things that happen to us. They're reflections of choices that we make, even if these choices are subconscious, which is a real eye-opener, because most people think certain things were out of their controls and that relationships just happened to them, whereas Sheleana says in a calm but unwavering tone that you have the power to break these cycles. If you're tired of feeling stuck in the same old loop, this lesson will be one of the most freeing things that you ever get to read and experience. The author here goes on to say that you can't attract what you're not. Sheleana talks about how often we attract the energy that we carry inside of us. This is a lesson that you can't avoid, no matter how much you may want to avoid it. You can't attract healthy love if you're not healthily loved within yourself. It's that simple, yet very powerful. Sheleana's words makes one reflect on how one's self-worth and inner peace is shaped by the relationships that you're drawn to. This isn't about perfection, it's about knowing your worth and healing the parts of yourself that are in need of love. If you're looking for a different kind of love, the first step is to give to yourself. We talk about boundaries, and boundaries are love. They're not walls. Sheleana takes on boundaries completely, shifts how one sees them. We often think of boundaries as walls that keep others out, but Sheleana redefines them as acts of self-love. Setting boundaries is not about shutting people out, it's about protecting your energy and honouring yourself. Reading this, you get to feel a huge weight lift off one's shoulders, because most people struggle with saying no, especially in relationships. But Sheleana's perspective helps one understand that by setting clear and unambiguous boundaries, you're not only protecting yourself, but you're also inviting healthier connections. And in summary, boundaries aren't just necessary, they're a loving act toward yourself and to others. In terms of attracting the right partner, it starts with the right relationship with yourself. The idea that you attract the type of love you're giving yourself hits one very hard, Sheleana walks us through the importance of becoming the kind of partner you wish to attract. You can't expect someone to give you the love you're not willing to give yourself. And this is a big realization for all of us. Sheleana makes it clear it all starts with the relationship you have with yourself. Are you loving yourself in the way that you expect others to love you? Are you nurturing your soul, or are you waiting for somebody else to do it for you? We need to trust the timing in one's life as well. One of the most calming lessons Sheleana shares is how everything has its time and its season. She talks about how rushing into relationships or forcing things aren't always going to align with your values and where you need to be. So, and the last point to come from this book is to love yourself in the way you need to be loved, which we talked about a little bit earlier as well. So thank you very much for joining me on this episode of Jim's 5am Club. This is indeed a powerful book which needs to be studied, because a lot of people have challenges, serious challenges on the relationship front, and this book may help.
Making up some room.
Take care, everybody. Bye for now.